Morgan was diagnosed at the age of 2 with a severe form of autism, and we were pretty much given the news that he may never learn, that he could be possibly institutionalized, and for us to be mentally prepared for that. Upon receiving the news of Morgan's diagnosis, I felt a part of me had died. Many parents like myself will go back and blame themselves. Once I overcame the fact that it wasn't my fault and I stopped the mourning phase, I began to look at it as, how would Morgan feel if I was sad all the time? So I decided that I had to turn things around so that he could learn to live a life that he deserves. Awesome! Woo! Go, Morgan! Autism is a neurological disorder mainly diagnosed in childhood. It presents itself in things like deficits in communication, language. So for example, Morgan's 13. He functions at the age of 4, communication-wise.
Lost it.
Turn around.
Lost it.
Being told your child may never learn, people don't try to move their child ahead a little further. Action. Every opportunity Morgan gets, we're out in the community. He loves to ride his bike. We go around the neighborhood for 2 hours. We go to the park. And I try to show him as many things as I can so that he doesn't slip back into his world and recluse. We're socializing with him, getting him to focus on things that are important, like daily living, so he can maybe eventually be independent. I always said to myself, when I turn 50, I'm not going to be out of shape. If I can't cope with autism by staying fit, I won't be able to make it. I book time at the gym. I'm there for a couple hours, at least 5 days a week. I need to build up my strength and endurance to keep up to him because he's only going to get bigger. No one's going to take care of you but you, especially when you're alone and you're a single mom. Going out isn't a big thing for me. If there was one thing to say that was fun for me, spending time with Morgan on a Sunday at Science North. Doesn't matter how tired I am, I take the weekend to recharge with him. And he loves climbing on the rocks when you come in the entryway. Science North is his most favorite place to go every week. So that's our day together, our big day. And that for me is just fantastic. Since Morgan started piano and music lessons, it seems that his world has just opened up. If you were to see him about 6 months ago compared to now, you would see definite changes. He has acquired more communication skills. He defied all odds that I thought would ever be when he was diagnosed autistic. I never thought my son would be able to sing like that or even talk. So I'm very, very proud of him, and I'll do anything to continue with his gift of music. I totally believe that music can be used as a healing technique for autistic children. There's something in the brain that switches on when Morgan is working with his music therapist.
Only the brown ones, only these ones.
When you sit there and watch them work together, it's just pure magic. I I could step back, like I'm not even in the room, and watch them work together. There's laughter, there's joy. So it's pretty good. At first, working with Phil, I was skeptical like anything. But once the two of them got together and they started working together, it was magical. Phil has moved into Morgan's world rather than Morgan being pulled out of his world into Phil's world. He's very caring, he's very loving, he's very brilliant. He's been doing this for 20 years with people with brain injury, and he gets it. If Morgan wasn't interested in the lesson or learning, he'd walk away from that piano bench. But he's in there, and Phil has pulled him out of his world with music that way too.
We are me.
Point to the right notes.
When you're not strong.
There's no real evidence that music therapy assists people with autism, and I said, I challenge that. So I found ways at this point to continue with his therapy, and it's going to continue no matter what. I could sit here till the wee hours of the morning under these trees. And him and I will sit out here some nights, and I know I shouldn't, especially on a school night, have a bonfire, and he's out here on that tire swing. I just do it because he just loves it. I'm right alongside him. I'm right there. He's my world. So, yeah, it's my world.
Just another ordinary miracle today. The sky knows when it's just now. Don't need your tears, I see you go. Just another ordinary miracle today.